Whoa. Well, 26 now. I'm 4 years away from 30. Well, under now. It's like a 3-year timeline. It's Monday, February 2nd. Huh? Life is just coasting by. It's already February 2nd. Valentine's Day is next Saturday. The Super Bowl is in 6 days. Huh, mind you, I'm talking in Fahrenheit. New York is going to be 13 degrees Fahrenheit. Apparently that's where house church is supposed to happen. Like in your regions, there's gonna be house church because it's Super Bowl. Do I really want to go out in 13-degree weather? I hope not. Because that'd be crazy. Alright. Listen up, folks. This is my first day as a 26-year-old. I still really can't process it. Did I really complete a quarter of a century of my life? Oh, I did. I wasn't supposed to be getting this far. Or maybe I just didn't anticipate it too soon. Again, I'm gonna be pushing 30. I'm very close to 30. I don't think it's scary, really. I just like to joke about how unk I am, how much I really need a walker and a cane for grandpa status. I think that's all funny games, for real. And then in the same breath, I really like the whole sentimental value of being older, being more wise, being more aware, compared to me being a young kid that doesn't have spatial awareness like that. I mean, the purity essence, that's what I miss the most. The motivation, quote unquote, where although it really wasn't motivation for us, we just really had the luxury, the leverage to do whatever was in our imagination, whether it's drawing, whether it's playing with toys, making up stories, watching TV. That whole routine, without it actually being a routine, and that I have to be conscious of, that was immaculate times. Now that I miss the most. I know people really miss the idealized version of me. Or if you never idealized me before, you do wish that I somehow really didn't exist like that. Which is fine. But in a general sense, I noticed that over the course of time, most people in my real life really miss the idealized version of me. And they wish they could really get that back from me. Although I'm 26 years old and I lived too much life experience up to this point. And it's not like I can really change that. I already lived through all these years. I can't really go back and change anything. I have to just live with it. I have to go accordingly. I have to move forward. And moving forward doesn't automatically mean that the past never happened. It just means that it's already stamped. My legacy isn't really complete. And it shouldn't be complete in the first place until I leave. You know? What I've learned over the course of my 25 years of existence, and when I lived my life as a 25-year-old, I've people pleased to the maximum core, to the point where now I put myself in situations that even now to this day, I still have to sit in the rocks and in the mess I made. And I still have to clean up the mess. I still have to shovel the snow. I still have to throw out some stuff that is already used, worn out, torn. I still have to go through my luggage. And that's the whole point of life. The whole point of life is to experience. Yet, we oversimplify, we overcomplicate, we overindulge in certain timelines and events of life and think that this is supposed to be the way. Well, you could think that in certain cases that life shouldn't always be super complicated, or whole character development shouldn't always feel like character development. Why can't we just love to love? Or just because? Why do we have to love because we have to go through the experience of hatred, misery, jealousy, heartbreak? It's just too much. It's just, bro, it's simple. I thought we were all made of love. I thought we naturally have it, and we do. But now we have to learn to give it to other people. And when we don't learn, and we just learn just the basic surface level baseline, now we're all over the place. So you have to learn for yourself certain cases like this that not everyone is willing to teach you. This is why the school system is the way it is, because they're not supposed to. And they don't want to anyways. They don't got the luxury. They're supposed to teach in a curriculum form. They're not supposed to teach you how to dig deep and think for yourself. They're supposed to go off a curriculum and you're supposed to just go accordingly to that. You can't think for yourself in that regard. You can't be a person that has their own way of perceiving. You have to think like everybody else, or you fail. Or you get ostracized and outcasted as somebody that's strange, weird, doesn't follow directions. A sense of structure is, of course, necessary to maintain and have that sense of direction and have some type of organization. And then in other news, how are you supposed to have some type of organization and direction for even your own self and even for other people if you don't learn to be within? If you don't learn to go in depth, if you don't learn critical thinking. You don't just learn critical thinking from reading documents, or you don't just read certain books that you don't like reading. I'm just letting you guys know that what I've learned over the course of my age 25 season, my timeline, it was pretty roller coaster like. I explained it. I ended off strong. However, over the course of the second half of 2025, I noticed myself losing it a little bit, but having nobody to really confront it to. So I had to just indulge in myself. Even if people tell me, oh, you're not supposed to indulge, you're supposed to talk to somebody about it. But most of the people that are supposedly supposed to be there, they've told me time and time again, indirectly, directly, don't be there. Why are you telling me this? Why are you acting like this? Don't act like this. There's a time and place for everything, of course. And then in other news, if I'm going to say that I need to really confront, you cannot judge me, you cannot give me your anecdotes. You have to listen to me. And most people do not like to listen. Most people just like to listen to respond. Most people only like to listen if they have the capability to speak. They see themselves helping you. They don't want to help you to actually help you. So we're going to go inside the mall right now. I want you guys to notice through each and every experience. It's not that you shouldn't trust people. You need to have some type of support system. You just need to watch who you're inserting yourself within the support system that you give out or that you give leeway. Maybe you give certain leeway to certain people because of certain issues. Maybe you don't give as much leeway to certain people because they have told you time and time again, I don't care. And then again, it's all a matter of boundaries. If you have set the boundary, set the standard of honesty, direct transparency, you will be okay. You will be straight. It's okay to not be okay, I promise you. I'm letting you know right now. I'm gonna keep repeating it. At a certain point, I'm gonna be there. I'm gonna tell you. You gotta learn to live with it. You gotta learn to live and just be within that sadness. Be within that anger. Be within that confusion. You have to. You don't have another choice. It's not because, you're not supposed to just avoid it. I mean, people avoid it because it's scary at first. But you gotta come back at some point and address it. Address the elephant in the room. And then the gif of the elephant. The black screen fades in. Address me! That's what it is. You understand? So what I'm learning over the course of time, especially within my age 25 year, and I lived a quarter of a century, is that I gotta learn to let go. I gotta allow myself to live life more. I gotta learn to embrace people's presence more. Even if I may not mess with them as much as I like to, even if we're not that close, I gotta learn to just live with it, you know? Gotta just go in depth sometimes, have a in-depth convo if you have the time, you have the space. Oh, hey, what's up, how are you? That helps people. That makes their day. That senses that you understood people's presence. They saw you. They feel good. That you're glad that you greeted them. Some people just need a simple greeting. That's pretty much the case. I want y'all to know, even within my own shortcomings, I'm learning also to be more of a what's the word? Be more of a person that's in action as not as much within their own head, if that makes sense. You know, I have to be less and less in my head and less in certain scenarios that doesn't even exist right now. Like, why am I thinking like this? Oh, why am I thinking this person hates me or these people hate me? Like, I gotta stop thinking like that. I gotta stop with this freaking breakdown of this shithole of these people just don't like me because they didn't text me back or whatever the case is. They didn't respond to me in particular timeline, or they took too long. I'm like, I just think people are just simply busy. I just simply think that people have lives to live. I just simply think, hey, you might not be a priority right now. It's okay. You gotta live with it. You gotta live with it. You gotta live with being left undelivered or read. You have to. Just keep it pushing. Just focus on the people that are with you right now, or are able to be within your presence. Don't focus so much on those people that haven't responded, because by that point you are just too prideful. You're too egotistical. Stop worrying so much about what you're not in control of and who is not in your life. Don't force these people into your life. Allow these people to find their way, okay? Even within my own self, I need to also take my time, because I'm not always a people person either. There's times of me wanting to be a people person, and also other times when I don't want to. Allow that human experience to flourish. Don't be so much in control all the time. You know? That's what I'm learning. I gotta adapt more reading into my life. I got a library card a while ago. I gotta take out some books eventually. And then when the weather continues to get warmer and warmer, I can go out to the park. I could even stay in the library for a little bit if they have good air conditioning, because I don't even remember if it had air conditioning or whatnot. But still, I gotta adapt more. I gotta be within my own self, because I haven't prioritized myself as much as I really would like to. And it's not really helping me. It's not really helping me have some sense of control of my own life, even if I'm not in my own independent space right now. I gotta have some form of control. I gotta have some form of purpose, vision. I can't keep catering and relying on other people, because look what that's getting me. It's still putting me in a people-pleasing stage. It's still putting me in a place where now I'm allowing other people to dictate what I should and shouldn't do. Like, it's not helping. It's not helping anybody. It's not even helping them. I'm telling you. I just really have to be more cognizant of what I am cultivating within my own life, my own purpose. So I really have to be careful of that. And I know I've complained and just went on an irrational tangent at times. However, I'm not even joking. I still do have the standing on business mindset with I'm doing my hardest to just stay one more year within this church service space. I'm gonna do all I can, okay? I am not going to break out. I am not gonna lose it. I am not gonna let people know that I don't wanna be here anymore. I know, it's hard. I've grown out of it. I told you guys in certain past videos that it's not that I don't believe in God. It's not that I lost faith. It's that I can't go to church super consistently. It's too overstimulating to me. I can't be with these people all the time. These people don't really care about me like that. And even if they displayed it in certain cases, like for example yesterday on my birthday, that was a special occasion, of course. They're gonna say something nice on my birthday. I would expect it, even though that's kind of messed up to say straight up, like transparently. And then again, I really hope these people don't really think or have this particular mindset of the moment that these people leave or walk away, or they don't really know what they want out of the spiritual life or the religious life, that they're going to hell. Like, think about it for a second. So the non-believers are going to the same hell, quote unquote, as the people that harm children, sex traffic children, human traffic children, drank the baby's blood. Those same people, the people that killed others, the people that murdered, the people that sexually assaulted, we're going to the same hell as them? Or is it something completely different? You see, we don't know nothing. We don't know anything. Even if Jesus existed, we still didn't live that life experience. I don't think, it's not that we can't adapt to the times, or we can't just take pieces of it and just go accordingly. We just can't really emulate that life in real life. Too much is going on. People live in a capitalistic mindset. Most people are just, it's a different era. It's a different timeline. You gotta be okay with people living different life experiences. And I have no idea how this fire alarm is going off. I don't know. For safety reasons, let me just leave real quick and then I'll come back inside, because I don't want y'all to think too much or just be too focused on this. Alright, I'm out, so I'm gonna continue on with some of my reflection. I'm gonna go back inside and eat anyways. But I don't want you guys to get too distracted by this fire alarm that's going on. Listen, I think it's just temporary. I don't think it's that serious. Still, what I've learned over the course of time is that most people don't really display the care that they say they do. Everything is all talk, no action. And it's not even just because these people love just talking through action. That's too cliche. People love the irony or just the whole sentimental value. We need to cultivate more action. Love is an action verb. Action word, action verb. Love is a verb. However, they still come in with that mindset of, oh, we need to do everything and anything for them to be exactly like us. That's not loving through action, though. That's you trying to get people or expect others to be exactly like you. And that's what you're trying to get people. And I remember in the earlier conversations of this year when I was told, oh, you need to be up next. I can't do this all alone. That hurt me a little bit. It really did. Because now everything I've contributed over the course of time is now thrown out the window because I'm being expected and pressured to do more, even though I've done enough. I've done enough that's asking me. I shouldn't be doing too much anyways. Bro, this isn't, we're not going to war, we're not going to military, we're just in freaking church. I know y'all Bible-based, but still, most of the Bible is walking contradictions, bro. You gotta, most of these people talk about hard conversations all the time, right? And what I've learned throughout this year, throughout my age 25 year, is that these people hate hard conversations. Even if they say, let's have a hard conversation. No, the irony is, y'all don't like it. If we were really in the heart of the hard conversation, we would be talking about how the Bible is a walking contradiction. We would be talking about why we so immersed into this ritual that's not even benefiting us. You know? Why do we have to completely 180 our entire life just to appease somebody that's not even present in our lives? Why do we have to give certain people passes, but we give other people, like, you're definitely going straight to the bottom pits of fire? It's not a matter just of people pleasing, favoritism. It's bigger than that. The whole point of religion, the whole point of Christianity, the whole point of the Bible is so that you are indoctrinated enough so that you don't even know that you're being indoctrinated. You're being indoctrinated to the point where you think you're smart because you're reiterating what they're telling you. You're indoctrinated enough to not even know your own sense of prowess, your own characteristics, what you can contribute to in life. Like, you can't even go to church the same the moment you start deconstructing. It hasn't really been the same for me, bro. It hasn't been the same since the summer. It has not been the same since I've learned to deconstruct little by little. It's not been the same. I even feel bad because, bro, church is supposed to be relieving. Church is supposed to be something that is supposed to be for God. It's supposed to be relieving. And then at the same time, bro, the irony is we're still doing it for ourselves. We still have to go on performance. We still have to go on the sermon. We still have to express ourselves. We still have to go up there and express ourselves and get that approval. Otherwise, we're just making a joke of ourselves. You are still getting other people's approval, unironically, through these sermons, through these expressions, even if some of it's actually real. Not to say all of the sermons are fake. Not to say all of the communion proposals, or all of the contribution proposals are fake. It's more of a rehearsal that you have to go off a script instead of you actually feeling this way, you know? This is why I really don't want to, if I were to go up to do communion, or if I were to go up to do contribution, or ever in life I were to do a sermon, like, I really do not want to go off the script unless I'm reading through certain scriptures. I cannot live like that. I cannot go off the script. I can't. I have to go with my heart. And people seriously complain about me keep praying through my head and stuff. And if I keep getting this freaking complaint through prayer call, and when even that of itself is pointless, you might as well, all of you guys, just go into the same household, go to a coffee shop, and pray together. Don't do this lackadaisical effort of, let's do Zoom call instead. Don't be lazy. If you talk about how you need to prioritize God first in the morning, then prioritize God first in the morning, and all of you guys get up, go to a coffee shop, pray together. Shouldn't be that hard, right? You know what's the funny part about all this is? Let me tell you. So, this morning, yeah, we were in prayer call. We were in typical prayer call. But something really eye-popping really displayed how true and how right I am starting to become all along. Because one of the things that one of the guys, the newly Baptist guys, was talking about was, oh man, I'm gonna go out there, go share today. I know it's not for everybody, but yeah, and then one of the good shepherds was like, oh yeah, it's not for everybody, but it's available for everybody. Hold that thought. Hold that thought. The fire alarm is still going off? Okay, it's not. It's just inside. However, you notice that, right? I'm gonna repeat it. So, the new disciples said, oh, I'm gonna go out and share. We need to go out and share today because we need to get 26 people to be baptized, and that's the goal. Even though, why are you guys setting goals when you guys should be naturally bringing in people? Why are you setting a particular goal? That's dumb. Just bring people in. Simple. Don't overcomplicate the process. Just bring people if you can. Like, it's weird dichotomy play, you know? You know what I'm saying? It doesn't really add up. Like, I know you're trying to do God's word, but then again, and try to be obedient, but how are you going to be obedient but try to set a number standard on how many people you should baptize, whatever the case is? That's first thing. Second thing, you know, I know it's not for everybody, but I need all these people to at least have some warning, have some God in their life. Oh yeah, it's definitely not for everybody, the shepherd said, but it's available for everybody. You see how you guys are saying it's not for everybody. Remember, I gotten certain critiques for doubting, mind you. Oh, not having enough of the faith faith factor in me. But they even know not everybody's gonna be a Christian. They even know we're not supposed to force people to go to church. We're not supposed to force everybody to be disciples. Even if the Bible says make disciples of all nations. But that's literally impossible. If that was the case, every single person in this mall will be Christian. Every single person. The guys that are even working inside this thing right now, they are Christian. But that's not going to be the case. There's a multitude of religions. There is a multitude of ideas and concepts. Oh yeah, and if everybody was a Christian, half of these industries, half of these places will not exist. Apple wouldn't exist. Starbucks wouldn't exist. I don't know. You see what I'm getting at? This is why there's a bunch of contradictions. Not even just because, the Bible just purposely did it. It's not even just that. Life in itself is a contradiction. So trying to live life as just a moral police and thinking that you're better, even if you don't directly tell me that, or you try to convince people, you're not supposed to tell people that you're a superior Christian, but you guys still do it indirectly regardless. It doesn't even matter what you say in this particular stance, because you guys will still do it anyways. You guys have egos. You guys are still in competition. Bro, people in church in general are super competitive. And they don't even know it. They're very competitive within their ego. They're very competitive within the sense of, I have to be better than you. Or I have to be a leader and I have to be an example, but I can't treat these people like they're an example. I have to treat some of these people like they're lost causes. You understand what I'm getting at? See why religion in certain cases is a scam? It's not even just the fact that, these people are not who you think they are. No. It's bigger than that. Religion is partially a scam, aside from some of the reasons that I already brought up, is because so many people are going to be within the rest of their life if they decide to just keep going 20, 30, 40 years being Christian, 20, 30, 40 years being Muslim, being Islamic. They're going to continue to chase for validation that doesn't exist. They're going to continue to chase that dopamine rush and chase that moral superiority complex that's extremely fragile and can be broken down and can be freaking exposed in seconds. I could break it down in seconds. Religions exist for a particular reason. It's not that it has no sense of value. It's just extremely flawed. Humans are flawed. So religion of itself, created by humans, is flawed. We're supposed to hate ourselves through religion. Religion taught us to hate ourselves, think less of ourselves, be more self-conscious. But it doesn't directly tell us that. It tells us to be confident. But how are we supposed to display and initiate confidence if we can't even do that? And the moment we do that, it's automatically incited as boastful. Like, that's a sin, Shane. You're not supposed to be talking too much about yourself. You're not supposed to be thinking too highly of yourself. What's the bar? What's the bar then? You see the confusion? Why everything is confusing? That's what I learned over the course of time through my age 25 year. 2026 will be much better. I don't think I'm going to be as reluctant and self-conscious as last year, because I learned throughout the process of how I inserted myself in certain situations. I lived and I learned. I'm now more aware of certain things, and I don't have to relive through that. And even if I relapse and have to recall, that doesn't mean, hey, I'm going to repeat the same results. I don't have to repeat the same results. That's the great part. So, thank you guys for tuning in. Thank you guys for tapping in. I'm 26 now. I'm grateful to live all of these years of my life. Life is crazy, man. You never really know what can happen.